All right, Dehaven, happy to have you back.
You already know.
I think it's gonna be. I can't lie, man. I swear people will be making fun of this situation. Like, oh, you just gonna keep sitting down and doing interviews. I'm like, why not? Like, if people are interested in what you got to say,
Right.
who cares?
Oh, I don't care at this moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, what the haters got to say now that they tell I've been talking about this for 30 years. So now Jay get ready to bring it all the way back 30 years. So now what's gonna be your excuse now? What's your excuse now? You feel me? Like this is the greatest time right now happening for me. Telling, all of this. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy that, you know why I'm so happy? Because look, this opens up the doors for Source Money, Jazzo, Reiterate Bleak. They got to bring back G to K. They got to bring, all the real original people that's involved in the Reasonable Doubt. To see them, Jay he can't do it without him. He better not. I've been kind of like, all right, he talking about it, but we want to see it. I want to see interviews with Jazzo talking about the same thing. This is all Reasonable Doubt era. I'm already ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm already ready. I'm energized. Everybody should be able to, make some money. Jay gonna have to look out on this one.
I feel like I could bet money he gonna do it without people.
Nah, he better not. Yo, he better not. See, don't turn this back into the whole. He better not do that. He cannot do this by himself right now. You know what I'm saying? I see in the interview it's looking like that right now. So maybe this is just a warm up. Maybe behind the scenes, Jazzo and all of them all link. They real secretive about that situation. Maybe it's a surprise, but do not leave these people out, man. I'm talking about the key people. Like there's people that should be compensated. This is going, what I'm saying? This is going to look out for the people that have been involved, man. That's one thing for sure. I'ma eat. You know what I'm saying?
I think when you're independent, you can eat more. I think that I want to talk about like celebrity stuff and then get to like what you just mentioned.
Okay.
So there's a bunch of stuff that I love your insight on. Vlad versus Aries Spears and Boosie. All right, man. You had sent me that clip, and I was like, you trying to tell me something?
Yeah. Oh, at least you get it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you something, man. How this this is a wicked game in this and shit. You feel what I'm saying?
You can wait. I got to see your stance. What do you feel about Boosie? Because I feel like Vlad won that. That's me. It may be projecting, but what do you think about that situation?
Business is business, right? And if I feel like you making something way more than what it is, and I ask for more, and you not, like you said, Vlad showed the numbers. Like I think he being more than courteous by even showing the numbers. You get what I'm saying? And this is what you want. No, then I can't afford you no more. Business is business, man. You know what I'm saying? I always say, man, what's his price is his price, regardless. You know what I'm saying? And I was just astonished with the amount because I did Vlad, right? You know what I'm saying? And I ain't get I was new to this business, so I ain't get nothing.
You did it for free.
That shit was for free. Not for free. Oh. Yo, see, this game is so, you can't trust nobody in this game. You know what I'm saying? Because through the people that brought me to Vlad didn't say, yo, son, you know what I mean? Make sure you get the bag. Make sure you get that. Make sure this is what you worth. Get this. Real game. Somebody that want to show you some shit, right? They ain't telling me that. They was telling me on a backhand side of, yo, this is a good look for you and your Marcy maid. This, Vlad got this, but not knowing I could get a bag for this. And who knows, he might got a bag for this. You know what I'm saying? So that's how this game go if you don't really understand the game. So, I learned a lot in this business, in this podcast, and telling your story and trying to who benefits and how it's going to benefit. But 25 and 35K, yeah, that's the type of, that's what if you think, the numbers add up, man. It's business is business. If your story is worth that.
But I think Vlad made a good point. Like, he ain't making that, like, obviously he has the numbers, he has the back end. There is cost to that. Like, he said he had to fly out to Georgia, and he's from Cali or New York where he does it, and he had to do the editing. It's a lot, man. You also have to make sure that the thumbnail's right. You have to make sure the title is right. You have to make sure the questions is right? Because some people ramble. And I know that from doing this, that sometimes people put you in a position and it's like they don't talk about things in a way. But what do you think about that counterpoint Vlad had? Like, how the back end, people don't know about the back end. And then even Aries Spears, did you see that?
Yeah.
He said that Vlad,
he wanted him to take it down, the content and stuff, right?
Yeah, he wanted to take the content down. They got into the numbers. Vlad said he was paying him $4,000 and that Aries was lying about getting 10,000. He said he was getting 5 figures, so he called cap on that. And it just was like the first time. There's like a big moment in like this type of stuff where things were getting aired out. And I think it's gonna change, because how this started was Boosie heard about what Vlad may have paid 6ix9ine. And it's like, man, when people find out numbers, shit gets crazy.
Yeah, well, man, this game is what you willing to pay for and how much you willing to make off of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
In all due respect, we supposed to be all totally against snitches and all of this stuff, but hey, look at it. 6ix9ine getting more money than some people that keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about, this is money, this is business. They ain't nothing personal. You know what I'm saying? If 6ix9ine is worth the money he asking for, and I can see it working in my court, man, there's no rules. We already know at this point, there's no rules in this game right here. There's no rules.
Snitches make the best movies. That's unfortunate. But yeah. All right. So one thing I wanted to ask is, I had Oschino on the platform. We were just talking about it before you sat down.
Yeah, shout out Oschino. Man.
Oschino is hilarious. Very hilarious. Like, he's like a comedian.
But his humor is true. His humor is factual. You know what I'm saying?
He's a comedian, but I'm not saying like he's just a funny, because he has serious shit he says too. What are your thoughts about the Oschino versus Memphis Bleek thing? I'm sure you saw that video. That was one of the funniest videos I've ever made.
Cooking his toast.
Yeah.
I feel like Oschino know him. You know what I'm saying? Oschino explained it in a way like, come on, man, how you going to come at me this way and I know you? You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's common fact that, he coming off on him. And I didn't even see a reply back from Bleek. So, what does that say? You know what I'm saying? Like, Oschino been around him to know, to see what things was going on. And it's funny how I watched him say in the words of when they was having a situation with Nas and how Jay relied on Philly niggas. You understand? Because who else was Jay going to go to? You know what I'm saying? Who else? Jay didn't have nobody to go to streetwise to fight them type of battles, bro. Nah, he ain't have no. He who Tata the Lion. Nah, none of that was really. He ain't have nobody, so he had to rely and go at them Philly niggas because them niggas was about their business, and they was going to be on the front lines for him. But then to go, like Oschino said, then to go and be buddy and kiki high with the nigga that you sent me at is real dangerous. You know what I'm saying? And that's coming from a real street kind of situations that goes on right now.
Yeah, he kind of echoed your sentiments about Bleek being over loyal. That was one of the things when I look back at our interview. Like, you was trying to get me to understand. You was like, "Is he over loyal?" And I was like, Oschino and you kind of have some overlap, despite not knowing each other. Like, that was interesting.
Yeah, because I mean, now we all have that Now, I ain't saying it in a bad way, but some of them is in a terrible way to where you got to ask yourself that, you know what I'm saying, is the love is not reciprocated. And you know it, right? Like, I know he never calls me on my birthday. I know he never shouts me out. I know he never really does this for me. You know what I'm saying? And you still keep your same, level of loyalty up to them. That just seems strange, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, that's how I'm looking at it. Like, but I think we all have that in us. I was over loyal to Jay, it seemed like, because at this point, you know what I'm saying? Look where we at. All the sacrifices that I made, none of that shit mean anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Oschino had been one of the few that like mentioned when he was at Rockefeller, like a lot of songs were taken. And I tried like not to be too biased when people are in the room, because sometimes when you're in the room and you face to face with people, you hear their side of the story more, because
Right.
like I'll never speak to Jay, I'll speak to you, right? But it is I did think like, man, this like people get at Drake for like taking Ghostwriter songs, but I'm like, I feel there's similarities in taking some of that Philly swag and putting it in songs, because Oschino's like, he was far removed from the streets by that time. And yeah, man, people in the comments killing Oschino, like, yo, stop talking about him, don't mention him. But I'm like, I don't know, man. If it's your story and you make bread off it, and it's something, like, why not? It's not like it's better than, back in the day where people didn't even have this. Like, imagine Big Daddy Kane's man could talk about stuff and all of this stuff. I think,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
So, but. And I think this dovetails into something. Did you ever see? Do you watch Mav Hoffa show?
No, not since our situation with. I had a situation with Mav.
What?
Yeah.
I saw him. No, here's the thing, because I saw a clip.
Right.
He said you're obsessed.
Yes.
And that is that the situation?
Yes.
Got it. How? But what was the situation? Was you just saw the clip, or did you address it, or did you guys speak?
Yeah, I addressed it to where like I didn't understand, like, you know what I'm saying, how you get to talk about me when you can reach out and you can ask me questions and we could do something together on a platform where it's not biased. You get what I'm saying? So when you start talking about and say something you don't even understand and start speaking like that, nah, we got a problem.
Yeah.
You know?
How do you feel? Because I think he was representative of like what commenters say. Like we were just talking about it. Obsession. Do you think you're obsessed? Because I saw you do another interview with another dude. He was great too. And he was like, Jay's obsessed, but the way he gets his obsession off is just for more of a power dynamic. Like he'll mention songs, he'll allude to things, and even leaving it open ended can be problematic for people.
Right.
Yeah. So it's interesting considering the pod covers, and one thing I thought about the Mav Hoffa show is it covers a lot of old beefs. if you watch the show, it covers like beefs between Pac and like people in like, it has things that they always talk about in the past, and I thought maybe he might be cool with you talking about things in the past. That I was just researching for this interview and I saw that.
Nah, man. I mean, I probably never saw another episode of him. I don't even see, he don't even come up in my algorithms no more. Certain content that I ain't following that. They ain't talking about nothing. I stick to this right here. Like they said, you want to talk this Jay situation in my life. Yo, and it's funny that I just had my first show in North Carolina. Shit was nice. My first stand-up storytelling about myself, the undeniable truth. It was dope, and it's amazing how so many people come out to support just to hear your life story, just to hear the things, and they really wanted to hear me and Jay's story as well. Like it wasn't like, nah, don't leave him out, because there was some good times between y'all and this and that and the third. So this is all crazy. It's not obsession.
Yeah.
I make money from it now. Feel me? Like. Somebody in the comments said, yo, 25 years, man, you've been doing this. And you know what? I've been doing it long enough now that I get a couple of dollars for it. You know what I'm saying? So why you mad? Help me understand, why would you be mad?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When we all have a story.
Yeah, yeah.
So, man.
One thing I bet, like I always deep dive. There was an interview I saw of you. I think you was like in somebody's like y'all was standing up. You was in a house, and you was like you said podcasts are filthy. You had people in your house or people who talk about you for views and money. Who's
Right.
doing that? I was like, I thought, were you talking about previous people from the past, or like I was like,
What
what
the
was?
this new generation of podcasting?
You had said this in an interview that people in your how like people have been in other podcasts talking about you, and I was wondering who could that have been because I didn't really see anything out there that I was trying to look for it, and I thought maybe you were referencing something.
No,
Okay.
no, I don't have, I'm undefeated. Undefeated on the internet, yo. Not too many people be coming at me on no side shit. At this point now, like I'm good. Like I make a living off of the internet. Like I'm good. I don't have that much. You notice nobody from entertainment, celebrity, nobody never, ever really mentions me. That I mean, it got to be odd to y'all though. You know what I'm saying? But when I'm out, I get all the love and the support from them.
Yeah.
You understand? Not one celebrity, not one person. One thing you can't find is what somebody's saying is, yo, he lying about something. Yo, he lying. Everything I could come on your show and talk about is facts. You know what I'm saying? And I've been doing this for 30 years and ain't nobody said nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we in a generation of social media, storytelling, and all types of stuff, and I'm winning right now. You know, it's helping me win. I ain't hating on, we ain't hating on them niggas. I'm eating off of them. As far as I'm concerned, I ain't doing nothing other than what, they've been doing for 30 years.
Yeah.
So I sit and watch these interviews now with Jay, and they like, yo, so what you think about it? What you think about it? This new shit. And I'm like, yo, bro, he got to make money. Don't you get him by now, right? You know what I'm saying? I ain't coming out. I ain't doing no conversation. He ain't doing none of this. You know it's something to come with him.
There's thoughts of him dropping an album soon.
You think?
That's what people are saying. That's what people in the industry saying.
Man,
even possible Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's what they pay for us to speculate that. I don't care. I want him to buy a new world if he can. You know what I'm saying? As long as I get to be a ride on that wave.
Jigga World.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. But at the end of the day, yes, he's got to sell. He's got to pay these people he's working for. He got to work.
Yeah.
That's all it says. I got to work.
You had said his interviews and all this stuff he's doing is for him to test the waters.
Test the waters. Let's throw this pill out there. This is a numbers game. That first with the little guy.
GQ?
The little guy. That was for the niggas. You understand? When I say that's for the niggas, that was for the niggas the no, they can't think past shit. Those was for the niggas. You know why that wasn't for a certain level of culture? Because that didn't reach CNN. That I ain't see Gayle King talking about it. It didn't reach that. That interview didn't go to those platforms. But you notice when it was time for them some Yankee tickets to go on sale, first thing I seen on the early morning news is Yankee tickets go on sale for Jay-Z, such and such. Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, and then he did the NY Times.
And now he did he got, come on now. Let the boy hustle. Understand that he's a business. He got people he owe money to. He got bills to pay like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And it's either you supporting or you not. Yeah. I don't even want to hear people at this point whining about, how much the tickets and that shit. No, this is reasonable doubt. This is for an era. If you don't know, you shouldn't be going. You know what I'm saying? If you can't afford them tickets, this is for a certain people. This ain't for everybody.
Are you going?
Hell yeah.
You got the tickets?
No.
Okay.
But believe I could get in there.
Oh.
Marcy May get me in. You think I'm missing that? Nah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's my celebration, man. You think, like, that's why I'm so psyched because, you know, this is like a 30th anniversary of somebody telling my life story. What? And I ain't gonna get none. You see this dude right here? This is Reasonable Doubt. You feel me? That's why everybody else should have my energy. Source Money should have my energy. Jazzle, even Big Daddy Kane, all of them should be a part. Like, this shit should be something big. Like, they should be like, oh, this was epic.
What is like the song for Reasonable Doubt that you like? Like, what is it? Is the whole album or?
Oh, man, yeah, man. Come on now. He sit there and he break down to you what it, you know, who this was for. He said it. He said, yo, when my guys hear this, yeah.
I Love Regrets.
Yeah, when we heard that shit, when that shit hit the streets, nigga, I was king out there. I was living, everybody that I've brought him in front of was like on my line, like, yo, your brother. Like, yeah, it was on, yo. That shit had the streets on fire. That shit had my name. Now, it had my name attached to him. You know what I'm saying? You know how it changed then. It was always your little brother. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's Dehaven little brother. That's Dehaven little brother. I think when that shit hit the streets, I was there. That's his brother. It changed. Like, everything like changed. That shit was hard.
Well, funny that you say, you know, this hit the streets hard because Dame Dash seemed to say like that shit did not hit the streets hard. Nobody cared.
He said it. He said the only people that celebrate that shit that like that shit was there. Yes, he got a point there. He got a point there. And if he wasn't there, he came on the back end. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't there when I was in the trenches for this shit. When we was on the block, when we was beating down East Trenton, we was beating down North Clinton Avenue and all that shit in Trenton, then burning down Glenwood and Cambridge and Maryland. Nah, he wasn't around, so he ain't feeling that shit. I bet you Emery feeling that shit. You know what I'm saying? Nah, so it ain't for Dame. He came on the back end. I wish he would say that. What? He wasn't there to see that. He caught the back tail end.
It's crazy because I feel like Dame is popping up now that, you know, everybody's popping up because the whole concert thing.
Yeah.
What is it about? What's his purpose with Jay? Like, what is the thing he's trying? What's his mission? Like, he's going on pods saying that the album wasn't shit. DMX sold more. And it's true. DMX was huge at the time. He dropped 2 platinum albums in 1 year. That wasn't really a thing.
I don't know what Dame angle is, man. But hating ain't gonna get you it. Not now. I'm gonna tell you that because niggas don't respect haters because you ain't being a hustler that you say you are. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're not showing that you that hustler, that you was that hustler by hating on this nigga. Like, it is what it is with this nigga by now. So ain't no need on be hate. You see, am I hating? I'm like, yo, bro, far as I'm concerned, 30th and that's an alley-oop for me.
Some people would say you're hating. I'm not saying that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's an alley-oop for me.
Okay.
Him doing 30th anniversary about my life story, even if he was there, if he was in it, it still got something to do with me, right? And I'm a hustler, right? Right? Like, I'm a hustle this. This is my life story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Along with Jay. He should be calling me like, how we going to do this? You know what I'm saying? You want to make a real epic world cultural change? Nigga, yeah, I come from the back of that shit like, yeah, okay. It's a lot of people that's involved in that shit. There's a lot of sacrifices been made behind that Reasonable Doubt, yo. So that's going to be epic, yo. And I'm going to... promote that all the way till the day
to the fall,
July 10th.
Yeah, I just wonder, like, because I'm obviously not from that time. I was probably like 8 years old when that came out. But
right. See?
So like, what I listened to it when I was in high school. I was like, yo, this is amazing. But with that said, what was the songs from that album that really hit? Because right now people go back and think like the big single was "Can't Knock the Hustle." Was that the big single at the time? Was it other songs that was
Yo,
really
son, it
killing?
was that you didn't have to fucking touch it. Everything was a hit. Everything was done. Everything was visually. You could visualize everything on the street that was going on through that music.
And politics as usual.
Politics is you could visualize that shit. You know what I'm saying? That made people understand what was going on in the street, whether you really was going to be all the way in. And it was a level that you didn't see until you heard Reasonable Doubt.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It was a level. I'm sitting here, one of my homies, man, for real, one of my real close homies right now, he says, yo, he grew up off of Jigga, like, and his whole style and character is so solid, it question me, be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? He'd be like, he grew up off of Reasonable Doubt. That's official. That shit put, like I said, that shit put a spell on the street to niggas to let them know that, yo, nah, man, it's a level to this shit.
Yeah, you could catch me skating through your town, putting it down. Yeah, that's
putting
like,
it down.
Y'all relating?
Yo, bro, that's yo. If anybody like when they listen to it, they go back and listen to it, they gonna be picturing me.
Okay.
They're gonna be picturing me. Like, yeah, we know who put in work for that shit.
Yeah.
And I think Jay said, I want to say he said something on the interview about how he used to write his rhymes, and this book his mom gave him and he lost.
I saw that.
And I heard him say that, because I think when he said he just moved town, he didn't want to say Trenton, which was Trenton. And when he moved to Trenton with me and my aunt, and she used to find all the little pieces of paper and shit and matchbooks with all that, because he lost that notebook. He had rhymes on all types of shit around the house and shit. And I was like, damn, he didn't mention that though. He just kind of stopped at the point of like, yo, I didn't really write shit down no more or whatever. I was like, okay. It's like he really trying to change the narrative of the story.
Well, I mean,
Is that an obsession?
I think our narratives change on our experiences. So when you're far removed from a situation, you can kind of rewrite the story in your head. It's not even like you lying. It's just like, that's how I remember it. Like I be saying, this is I use analogies like, a dad and his son. Sometimes the dad thinks he raised his son the way that he was supposed to, but the son remembers it another way, like he wasn't there, and that's a shock. So it's like people just have different perceptions of how things happen.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. Look at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think this was really about Dame, but I think that Reasonable Doubt stuff is just like, that's a big album, and like it seems like it's because Jay-Z is so successful now. Illmatic, I feel like I compare those albums because I feel like Illmatic was a big influence on Reasonable Doubt. But like with even the sample from Nas, I'm out for presidents to represent me.
Yeah.
And I feel like Regrets is very, to me, reminiscent of Life's a Bitch and Then You Die. But I'll talk about that another day. You and I don't know, because Oschino's cool with Dame, but it doesn't seem like you cool with Dame at all.
I ain't got no...
You just have like stories. Like I saw a story where you like he got his ass whooped at the club and you had to came and get him.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I ain't got no problem with Dame. You know what I'm saying?
Now, right?
Now.
Okay, ever?
And I never didn't have no problem with him then, because, we would have had, things would have just, I ain't have no problem with him. He just got beside himself. You know what I'm saying? Reached a level to where and he forgot who was there in the beginning, who helped out. You know what I mean? That's my situation. He talked all of that among honesty and friends and this and that and the third, which I thought I had a relationship with Dame as well. But the fact of the matter, when the feds came and got me, Dame, I listened to Oschino when he said Dame came to see him. You get what I'm saying? Like, and
Character witness.
yeah, I was in a worse situation. Not to say that his is little, but I was in a worse situation with the feds, and Dame have never even asked me, "Am I all right? Did I need anything? Yo, you good or whatever?" So that kind of let me know how solid are you then.
You wasn't signed to Dame. I mean, Oschino was on his label, or maybe that's why he did that. I don't know. He was state property.
But regardless, I mean, like,
Yeah.
I just didn't see how really none of them really asked me, "Yo, are you good? Do you need help?"
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? When the only one I went to was Jay, but outside of Jay, it still was so many other people that didn't even ask.
Yeah. The reason why I asked if you had an issue was because you had said you thought Jay-Z was told by Dame not to have you around. And I thought, I don't know if you had.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things went through my head in the beginning when I was thinking of like, maybe Dame, you know what I'm saying, said, "Yo, Jay, you know what I mean? You got to get this dude from around you. This nigga too street." And the people, the company, it could have been the influence. I used to think that, but it could have, people listen to who they want to listen to, and that's just seemed how it be. That came a time when I just couldn't understand why Jay would even start treating me this way unless Dame was in his ear. But Jay is a grown man, so I mean, I couldn't blame Dame no more of manipulating Jay.
I'll
I
be
just
honest.
felt like
Yeah.
I felt like Dame tried to sun Jay knowing I wasn't around no more. I put it in that kind of perspective. I think Dame didn't have no respect for Jay once I wasn't around.
I don't know if you could ever really, because I feel like Jay always gets his day. You might win in the moment.
Yeah, he ain't
But
going. He gonna handle things his way, and his way be so gullible and so I don't know. He gonna handle it his way. I guess, like he said, it's easy to kill a nigga, but leave him die. Leave him dead breathing. It's that's a different way.
yeah.
But sometimes in this real world, when you in that life or talking that life, you really gotta back shit up.
Yeah. I mean, I think just y'all whole one thing that I did notice in analyzing is like amongst all of the crew, it seems like you have a deep love for Emery. When I see not I don't want to say love because that might, but like a deep respect. Because I saw an interview where you said he reminded you of you. And that's a lot. That's a big claim to give somebody because obviously you have to respect yourself enough to think that somebody else reminds you of
Yeah,
you.
he was young and he was hustle. He used to get his shit on. And a lot of people respected him. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't like no big time, whatever, but you know what I'm saying? He just a lot of people used to fuck with him and shit. He was a cool guy. And his hustle game was serious. It's very disappointing, heartbreaking to me that me and him didn't have a conversation. If anything, I would have ever thought, you know what I'm saying, that me and him would have had a conversation. I'm gonna say it again, right? If anything, I ever thought, because the time when I ran into Emery, face to face, he looked me right in my face, did the same shit Jay did now. Looked me right in my face, was like, "Look, man, we gotta talk. Give me I'll get your number and we get up and I'll talk to you." He did the same shit and I never heard from him again.
So you had reached out after he gave you the number and he just ghosted or something like that?
And then the next thing I see him on, interviews, kind of like curving my whole, saying statements like he ain't know nobody in New York but Jay and shit. Like it just, just was all weird and shit to me and shit, and that hurt it more for him, not for, like I said, for me not to have a conversation with him.
Yeah.
And, just trying to get to the bottom of things, of aside from me and Jay.
He has I don't know if it's real. I mean, I just see the interviews. He seems to have a good energy about him. Like, he seems like optimistic and all this other stuff.
Who, Henry?
Yeah, he always.
Nah, I mean, a real cool guy. He a real cool guy. And that's where he fit in at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he was around at the right time.
Yeah, like he came back right when, like, I guess maybe sometimes this is not good to say, but like I've had people in my life that when they go to jail, they actually do better because they're away from the influences that could really take them to bad spots.
Mm-hmm.
They put on weight, they eating right, they're not eating Twinkies, they're not eating Oreos. Right. So one thing about Emery is I always thought, like, man, Jay really put him on. Like, he has the Puma situation, like he's making sneakers, the plane situation, which is like Rockaware, the new Rockaware, whatever. And he's making mixtapes with DJ Clue. Do you ever think, like, man, that's kind of where I should be at?
Nah, hell no. Hell no. When I think about the situation where I be at, oh man. The difference between me and them, right? That I would have made a more name for myself. You get what I'm saying? Like, the Puma situation and all of that, that's Emery. The plane situation, that's what if that's what he wanted to do, that's what make him happy, that's fine. Me, myself, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be too far from Jay. You understand what I'm saying? With my own situation going on. Like, I ain't trying to be funny or nothing, but if Jay got a 1% Barclays, then I got Dehaven chicken inside the Barclays. You feel me? If Jay got this, Dehaven got this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be right behind them on some real shit. Like, my like a different status, like, not just because Jay my man and they gave me a job. Nah, I'm not doing that. So it's a difference between how, people move around you. Like,
yeah. One thing Emery did say, because I saw this, it was air pollution. He was with DJ Clue. You saw that? It was really good. It was a real good interview. He said that he called Jay and told him he don't owe him anything. Like, that's what he was saying that he did.
Right.
Do you feel like that was commentary on you?
Nah, I think that was bullshit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't expect to go there, but go ahead.
That shit was some bullshit. Emery knew exactly what's going on. Now, you can say what you want. You understand? You can say that while you in the prison. Really, you can. You can say, yo, when I come, y'all owe me nothing, this and that, and that. You can say that. It's easy to say. Until you get on this street, right? And then start, you know what I'm saying, and shit hit the fan and you ain't in the right position to do this and shit did this. It's easy to say that. Until you sit back and be thinking, and then you looking on TV and see this nigga doing this and doing that. You think, come on, man, we all human. That's a cock of bullshit. Emery already know, nigga, I'm cashing out. Like, he really didn't have to take no, he really don't have to take no Puma position. He could have came home and said, man, cash me out. Dead ass, you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what Emery brought to Reasonable Doubt. So, the price he paid for what he done and it did and got locked up, came home. If he all right with that, that's fine. That's if he don't owe me nothing, nah, that's some bullshit. He had to say that, but he knew.
No. In that interview, they also asked him about it was all good just a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he says he tried to play it off. It was like you know, you brought up some wild, like he was like, oh, that wasn't about that, and he tried to move on fast. Thoughts on that?
All week, it was good just a week ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
because he didn't want to address it. He looked
This is
very.
why I want to. This is why we're gonna walk this 30th anniversary. I'm gonna walk you all 30 years on this 30th anniversary. That song, I forgot what particular record it's on. It was all a week ago.
Hard Knock Life Volume 2, I believe. Yeah,
I can't recall what year it might have been or whatever.
98.
But let me tell you, my all. It was all good a week ago, right? In April of '98, when I go to pay for a traffic ticket, and the feds are there to pick me up, right? From that day, and a week later, my life was turned upside down. You feel me?
I just put the timeline together. That song came out 4 months after that. So if you're talking about April, Hard Knock Life Volume 2, it was all good a week ago, dropped September 1998.
See, well, you're putting it together.
Yeah.
Trying to tell you, we could do this for a nice docu-series, but I'm gonna walk you through all that. That's just one song you just said.
Yeah.
But just to go to show you that this has been going on. So that dropped 4 months. But I say that, okay, people relate that to. Everybody had it was all good a week ago moment. That's life. You know what I'm saying? It just so happened that he put it out. It was really, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people was whispering about, man, he might be talking. Yo, soon as it dropped, my phone rings. You understand what I'm saying? Yo, son, he got you. He got at you again. I'm like, what? Yo, listen to this. Yo, R. Kelly, Best of Both Worlds. Listen to this. Yo, man, it go on and on and on.
He's obsessed.
And they say I'm obsessed. Thank you. You said it. Somebody else said it. Yo, man, but really, man, it's funny though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I enjoy it because now I'm trying to make it's entertaining. Ain't nobody gonna get hurt. We all gonna make money and take care of our family. You feel me? So I make humor of it. But yeah, but at the end of the day, I ain't crazy. You breaking it down yourself. It was all good a week ago. It was 4 months after.
Yeah. I just know when you say April, I saw September. What do you think? You'll always be in jail, just minus the bars. What do you think Emery when he hears that? What do you think he thinks?
Hold on. Say it again.
You'll always be in jail, just minus the bars. So that's like essentially a snitch. He'll always have that label around him or her, because her can, which is interesting. This is why I say her. It was just funny, but if you get what I'm saying. But you will always be the cells will always surround you mentally because people think you cooperated. Now I'm not talking to you right now, because that's so open ended. Because it's not like he said Dehaven will always be in jail. Just mine. He just left it open ended. It could have been about me, Danny.
Yeah, I didn't know where he was going with that, but he did leave that open. You know what I'm saying? Was that on American Gangster?
No, that's Hard Knock.
That's Hard Knock Life.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
1998 that came out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I jumped too fast because there's about 3 more.
Yeah, you just got them ready. Yeah, so because I know that's what I asked you what you think Emery was thinking, because that's what you said. What did Emery think when he heard that? What did all these people that was around think? Like, because that whole situation.
He had the song with Emery with the phone call, like, yo, is everything gonna be all right, and this and that and the third. So all of that was, like I said, that's why I knew that was BS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Another thing, you did an interview that was really great. It was with the dude from London. That was like one of the best interviews with you I've seen, because he was asking all the questions and you was like really open with him in terms of like sharing. You said you said a story that you never mentioned. You said you actually came face to face with Gloria Carter.
Yeah.
Jay's mom. And I was like, it sounded pretty sad the way you said it. like the way you said it played out. Can you recount that, or
Um,
how long ago was that?
it was a few years ago now. But prior to that, I have not seen her in like 20. I haven't seen her since this whole ordeal. Since the whole YouTube exposed when I said something about his mom and all of that. I haven't seen her at all at this moment until at all. And I was on the other side of the projects and she was giving out back to school bags and stuff. And like I said, I ain't seen her throughout none of this. And throughout the years, I used to always be like, how much of a part she played in this. This a lady that fed me too, you know what I'm saying? This a lady stayed in her house. This the lady I promised her son would be okay underneath me. That he would be okay. And, she was almost like, my second mom. So, and I was wondering why, she never came forward to address any of the situation that me and Jay had going on. Like, hey, you guys, whatever. So, just seeing her, and she knew how mad I was when I done that YouTube. So I guess so. And she comes to me and we lock eyes and she just hugged me. Real light hug. She said, "I forgive you," and something. And I can't remember. All I can remember is she said she forgive me, and she told me that Eric was right over there, and I know I'm cool with Eric, Jay's brother, so it was more like a spinoff, and I went right over there and talked to Eric for a few minutes, and then I walk off. And as I walk off, I'm reiterating what she's saying in my head, that she forgives me. She forgives me. She forgives me. And I'm like, what she forgive me for? What did I do? What did I do? Like, what did I do? And I ain't think that was sincere. Number one, I ain't think it was so sincere that I ain't seen her in over 20 years and she didn't even ask, how's your mom? That was the first thing that went to my mind. Like, she didn't even ask how my mom doing. And this is a lady that was really like me and Jay. Make it make sense. No, so that played with my head for a little while about that, and I felt like, nah, she don't forgive me. She don't forgive none of this. She don't understand. I forgive her. I forgive her and the family. Really, like it's me that forgive you guys. You know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't imagine on having to sleep with what y'all got going on, with what happened to them, with how they handling things. So I gotta pray for them. How they turn their back on everybody that they know, us and whoever. Now I forgive them. I pray for them. So I thought that was just how it is. Not to say nothing. I'm not saying nothing bad about it. Just what it is. What it is.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen mad videos of you talk about the 92 bricks. You said that is way less than 92 bricks, right? All great storytellers exaggerate. But one thing that you said in another interview is that the person behind that situation is in a bad space. What does that mean? Like, are they just
Meaning that they ain't be reciprocated for that. The person that paid the price for that, nah, they ain't been reciprocated for it. And there's a lot of people that took a lot of sacrifices and hits behind them guys, and they ain't been reciprocated for it.
is the price like street level retaliation, or is it just, I don't know, like
No, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody go away and take take a case for you or don't cooperate and stuff like that, man, you guys are supposed to be reciprocated for that, man. And all due respect. Some people would say, yo, you know what you was getting into. You know this and that. But at the end of the day, real shit, like, somebody had to pay the price for that. You know what I'm saying? Just like how people feel about Emery, right? They feel like Emery took the lick for the team, right? Emery did 12 for this. Yeah, see the reciprocation? You know what I'm saying? They shitted on a lot of other people that made way more sacrifices than that. You know? So, you know, I don't know, man. It's just that some people, you just try to figure out, they just don't play fair.
No. I mean, I think that's something that's very interesting when you find out the motivations behind these stories and kind of what happened, and you find out the songs and all that. You had talked about over loyalty. Do you think Bleak owes you loyalty?
Owes me?
Yeah, because I think you suggested that in the interview I saw. Yeah.
He don't owe me nothing. I ain't putting no money. As far as he concerned, right, I ain't putting no money in his pocket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He don't, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. You know, if I wasn't there, if Bleak don't, you know, we see where his loyalty to. You know what I'm saying? We see how he get his money and how he pay his bills. So it is what it is. Can I be mad? Nah, I ain't mad at all, bro. That just shows your character and who you are. You know what I'm saying? And what you stand for at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I have too much respect for his mom to really air Bleak out.
But why, like, you have a different, like, the respect for the mom is different than, like, because I don't think you really trash anybody. I do think you talk about things and kind of fill in the blanks from your perspective.
Mm-hmm.
But why is it like you won't ever air Bleak out, but you'll address other situations with maybe Jay or other things that happened in the past? We leave Bleak alone.
No, because
you never really talk
my
about
sisters. That was my sister's best friend, dead ass. That was my sister's best friend. Her Jay's sister and my sister was best friends, like three amigos, three girls you're gonna always see together. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, me trying to, you know, come off on Bleak, and then I got so much respect for Dre, his brother. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I can't. I wouldn't be getting no points. As we say in the hood, I can't get no points on that. You know what I mean? Not at all. And I'm quite sure you asked Bleak about me, he wouldn't say anything bad. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he's just not going to say nothing at all.
It's clear that they told not to say your name. I mean, it's like even with Emery, they not. I'm shocked. Even though it's happened years ago, blame Dehaven for caving. I'm shocked he said that. I thought he would have.
Who, Jay?
Yeah, I'm shocked because it seems like it looked like Jay was one day like, don't say it. Like he was in the group chat. Everybody don't say his name.
Yo, I'm telling you, man. Like, I'm telling you, even on certain platforms, man, don't. It's a no fuck with him. Don't fuck with him clause on. Don't. You know. And I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying that's what it looked like. He said, shh. Like, that's what he's saying. Like, don't. Hey,
Nah, because you know why? Another thing that you just, how you say the word? They give me an identity when they see use your name. You feel me? That when they use your name, they don't want you to make money from that. Because all that do is they give you clarity on who's who. Like, wait a minute, there is a Dehaven? Like, that was the best thing. Like I said, American Gangster was the best thing. Like, he really, like, said it. He said, fuck Dehaven. I'm like, huh? Oh, no. That was the greatest thing that he did. And I use that to this day. And he still ain't clarified that to today. You know what I'm saying? And nobody never asked him to today. Yo.
no.
You know what I'm saying? The closest person that they asked was Jazzo on the Mad Half. Jazzo keep it 100 with you. Jazzo said, yo, you already know. You know what I'm saying? The man is official.
He ain't have to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he ain't have to do that. It's crazy how I just watched an old video of Jazzo going in on Jay, right? And the things Jazzo said, right? Jazzo is a straight up guy, straight loyal. I mean, I couldn't, straightforward guy, direct. He ain't got none of that shiest in him or nothing, right? And I listened to what Jazzo said about Jay, right? And I had to say to myself, now, people would think Jazzo said this because he was mad. You feel what I'm saying? But me knowing Jazzo, right? Jazzo ain't no liar. Jazzo ain't never been no liar and he never been that type of person to spread a rumor and none of that. So I know what Jazzo says is definitely to be fact if Jazzo said it because he ain't that type of person. Fast forward it now, how things could turn around so, have a, like, I don't know, they squared up and talked again, but they was able to get past it. I think that's odd.
Yeah. Maybe you'll be on Bleek's podcast too one day. I don't know, like Jazzo was, but
maybe me?
Yeah, maybe you'll be on Rock
man.
Solid. Is that the name? Rock Solid. I don't even watch it, but
Shit,
yeah.
man. Jay would have been on there then. You know what I'm saying? People like, yo, then he gonna shit on Bleek and say, yo, Bleek, why you ain't going? Bleek, he ain't even do your show. You know that ain't a good thing for Bleek.
Mm.
You think that's a good thing for Bleek, for Jay to have came on his podcast?
I think it'd be a good look. Why would it not work? I mean,
you know why it would not work?
Because he ain't gonna give it up, or what?
Because they would have been like, yo, Bleek, why you ain't ask him? Why you ain't ask him? Bleek don't want that pressure, man.
Mm.
They would have been on his back if he wouldn't have asked no hood questions.
I think Jay needs to sit with somebody that isn't GQ or NY Times. I think he needs to go to a real hip hop figure and really break it down. Why not Bleek?
Because the questions, you know how backed up on the questions of many, many years? First, they got to start out with me and work their way to the Epstein questions.
It's pressure.
You think he can sit and take that kind of torture?
I don't even think he got to do all that. I feel like I think we can agree.
He rather Jay. I tell you what, this is what he going to do. He rather put it in record where I can make money. You want to hear it? I'm gonna put it on record, and then y'all, we go from there. Let's make money first. That's why you say, you think he coming out with an album? Yeah, he coming out with an album, but he better come out on that album. Them songs better be addressing a whole lot of shit. Excuse me.
No problem.
A whole lot of shit. It shit got to be addressing a whole lot of shit.
Yeah, because he said some funny stuff. He was like, you can't be making young music if you old. I feel like he's setting the table like about what he about to do.
You can't be making young music if you old. You ever find that some people could be so far out that they too far away from he too far away from the culture and think he can come back and do this and come back and do this and it's going to work every time. And people have caught on now. You know what I'm saying? I hate to see him go out like that, but at some point, you know what I'm saying, we all know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We forgiving people, but at the end of the day, we see it, man.
I think he's going to find a way to sell records because I think he'll do at least 200K first week. Maybe more, but all right, Dehaven. I mean, you got a lot of clients coming. You got a lot of stuff going. What you doing leading up to the Reasonable Doubt? I hope you're going to the Reasonable Doubt day, not the Blueprint day for the concert.
I'm doing Reasonable Doubt only, man. As you see, I already started, man. I got a nice line of shirts coming out with all our old pictures on there. That shit looking dope already. I've been selling them already. It's people that got, like I said, that's going to have to be involved. Like, I don't know what Dane was talking about, but I got people from Trenton, Maryland, North Carolina, all over supporting. That's part of Reasonable Doubt. So it's bigger than what he think. My stand-up tour, my shit's still going on. I'm in Maryland. I'm in Baltimore this month in May. And then I'm in Trenton in June. And then July is like New York. It's all planned out. It's all happening. I enjoy doing this. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy sitting with you, Danny.
Mm-hmm.
It's always an honor. It's always a pleasure, man. You're a real honorable guy.
Oh, thank you, man.
But we should do this breakdown like you seen the vision. We got 30-year history. You only made it to Blueprint. You know what I'm saying? We got so many other albums that he been talking and taking and talking to me, and we've been going back and forth. He said something about 444 too, right? Yeah, that was a good album. He was really good. That joint on 444 he did at me was real good too. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm always in there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think as long as you have your infrastructure right, because I think Jay's mastery is he's always known how to, like, it's not even what you make, it's how you distribute it, right? You could have the most fire product, and I've never been in the drug game or nothing like that. I'm not even trying to make that analogy. But if you have a fire album, but you don't have the places to sell it to or make it easy, less friction, and I think that's what you got to figure out too, and you kind of have with your content, is like, how do you access people that really want to hear the story? Mm-hmm. And I think with this time, it's like there's a lot of things going on. Drake's album dropping. We don't know what Drake gonna say about Jay-Z, because I think he gonna say about something about Jay-Z, and we don't know what Jay-Z gonna say back to Drake. So right. There's so much stuff that is going on. And then Kendrick Lamar might drop. I don't even know what's going on. So these next few months are crucial for anyone making content. I think you understand that. But I had a lot more questions, but we got to go. So thank you, Dehaven. I'm not against interviewing people over and over, because I feel like if you're a good interview, you're a good interview, and I think that about you.
That's right, man. Appreciate it. Don't forget, man, follow me. Yo, we did good numbers, so my numbers should be looking good, too. Don't forget, follow me at the Marcy Mays series, man, and I keep you updated to what's going on with the story in this 30th anniversary, man. I want you to follow me through this, so you can understand it all the way down to the clothing line. Like, I am, what? See me win. That's my campaign, so make sure you fill that in too, man. And shout out to Marcy Maid again, man.